Most people believe that routine medical tests are always a good idea. But what if I told you that after a certain age, some of them could actually put your life at risk? It might sound strange, but this is a truth that many doctors already recognize, especially when caring for people over 70. Not every test is harmless. In fact, many of the most common exams offered to older adults can trigger false alarms, unnecessary anxiety, and even dangerous procedures. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. We are now in a new era of medicine where one-size-fits-all testing often causes more harm than good. Today, we're going to openly discuss 5 medical tests that many seniors would be better off avoiding. Exams that even experienced doctors often refuse for themselves. You'll understand why these tests are so widely recommended, the hidden risks they carry, and safer, smarter alternatives to protect your health. This video is for anyone who cares deeply about their health, but also wants to avoid overtreatment, excessive medications, and the overwhelm of today's healthcare system. Our goal isn't to scare you, it's to empower you with knowledge, clarity, and confidence to make better decisions. Let's begin. 1. The colonoscopy trap. For decades, colonoscopy has been viewed as the gold standard for preventing colon cancer. But after 70, especially in those without symptoms or family history, this test can quietly become more harmful than helpful. What was once a life-saving screening in your 50s or 60s can, beyond a certain age, become a source of unnecessary risk, stress, and even hospitalization. Why? Because this procedure is no small matter. It requires intense bowel preparation, sedation, and inserting a scope deep into your intestines. That's tough enough for younger adults, but for seniors, the risks increase dramatically. The bowel cleansing alone can cause severe dehydration and dangerous electrolyte imbalances. Sedation can linger in older bodies, leading to confusion, dizziness, and falls. But here's something even more concerning. Many seniors, especially over 75, undergo surgeries after small, harmless polyps are found. Polyps that likely would never cause harm. These growths often take 10 to 15 years to become dangerous, if they ever do. For people in their 70s or 80s, time may simply not be a factor. But once the test finds something, fear takes over, triggering biopsies, repeat scopes, and even bowel surgeries, all in the name of prevention. When the risks outweigh the benefits, prevention turns into harm. Here's a real example. Antonio, an active 82-year-old with no digestive symptoms, was persuaded to have a routine colonoscopy. During the prep, he became severely dehydrated. After the test, he was confused, fell at home and broke his hip. And the result? The test found nothing. This isn't about blaming doctors. They're following what they were trained to do. But medicine is evolving, and we must evolve too. If you're over 70 and symptom-free, it's perfectly reasonable to say no to a colonoscopy. There are now safer, simpler stool tests that work well for many people. After 70, healthcare should be about weighing every decision carefully, physically, emotionally, and financially. Sometimes, less testing means better care. 2. The hidden danger of full body scans. The idea of a full body scan, having a machine scan every inch of your body, seems tempting, right? Preventing hidden problems before they start feels like smart prevention. But after 70, this approach can cause far more harm than good. These scans are extremely sensitive. They detect everything, every small shadow, nodule, or spot, and most of these findings are harmless and would never affect your life. But once they're found, anxiety takes over. Suddenly, you're on a merry-go-round of doctor visits, biopsies, surgeries, and sometimes dangerous complications. Why is this worse for seniors? because older bodies don't handle these follow-up procedures well. A simple biopsy at 45 can cause major complications at 75. Lying still for long imaging sessions can cause pain or discomfort, and emotionally, these tests can create overwhelming worry. Take Lucia, 78, who was healthy and active, but decided to get a discounted full-body scan at a local health fair. They found a tiny spot on her kidney, likely harmless, but the word lesion scared her into surgery, which led to complications and months of recovery. She was never quite the same again.
This is called overdiagnosis, the detection of problems that never would have mattered. Full-body scans aren't cheap either, often requiring out-of-pocket costs with no real benefit. After 70, the best health strategy isn't chasing every possible problem. It's trusting your body and focusing on real symptoms. Not every test gives peace of mind. Some only cause fear and more tests. 3. The hidden risks of heart stress tests. For years, stress tests, those treadmill or chemical tests, have been a go-to way to check for heart disease. But after 70, these tests can do more harm than good. Why? Because many changes seen in aging hearts, like slight artery stiffness or mild irregularities, are normal. Yet the test can mistake these harmless changes for dangerous issues. This leads to false positives and a cascade of follow-up tests, invasive procedures, and even surgeries. Catheterizations, stents, bypass surgeries. These procedures come with serious risks for older adults: bleeding, kidney damage from contrast dyes, long, difficult recoveries. All this from a test that may not have been necessary.
Take Paolo, 74, who felt perfectly fine.
His doctor suggested a stress test just to be safe. The results were unclear, leading to a catheterization and stent placement. Soon after, he suffered complications from blood thinners and ended up hospitalized. All this from a test he didn't need. Many cardiology experts now advise against routine stress testing in seniors with no symptoms. If you're not experiencing chest pain, shortness of breath, or fatigue, skip it. Instead, focus on the basics. Walk regularly, eat well, stay socially active, manage stress. That's what really supports heart health after 70, not machines and wires. 4. The overuse of cancer screenings. Hearing the word cancer is terrifying for anyone. But many cancer screenings after age 70, like mammograms and PSA tests, bring more risks than benefits. Why? Because many cancers in older adults grow so slowly that they'll never cause harm during their lifetime. Yet once a test finds something, the fear sets in, leading to surgeries, radiation, and medications that can cause incontinence, impotence, depression, loss of quality of life. Instead of adding years, many seniors end up losing peace, mobility, and independence in the process. In this phase of life, the goal isn't just longer life, it's better life. Focus on actual symptoms, not endless screening.
5. The checkup trap, when routine exams backfire.
Finally, there's the widespread belief that every senior should get an annual full checkup. But for many people over 70, these routine exams can cause more harm than good. Why? Because they often detect minor age-related changes that are harmless, but trigger more testing, anxiety, and even risky procedures. Many people get caught in this cycle and suffer severe complications from procedures they never really needed. After 70, the smart approach is different. Focus on specific symptoms and serious risk factors, not general screenings. Always ask yourself, will this test actually improve my life or just cause worry? Final thoughts. Growing older doesn't mean becoming fragile. In fact, it's a time when wisdom should guide your choices. In a world that pushes more as better, more tests, more treatments, sometimes the bravest choice is doing less. Fewer tests, fewer risky procedures, more thoughtful care. The best health care after 70 isn't about running endless tests. It's about respecting your body, your time, and your peace of mind. Before agreeing to any test, ask yourself, will this truly improve my life or just cause more stress? Your health matters, but so do your happiness, comfort, and freedom. You've earned the right to live this stage of life on your terms, with dignity, calm, and joy.